I went from fourth runner-up to nothing. Zero, zilch, nada. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Chubby Berg. I am a former Miss New Jersey USA, first runner-up at Miss USA, and I was the first South Asian woman to achieve this placement in the history of the competition. Now, whether you are someone who is competing in a beauty pageant, planning on competing in a beauty pageant, or just curious about the world in general, this series is for you. I'm going to share with you the inside scoop on pageantry, tips for success, and some of my personal experiences during that time. So without further ado, let's get into it. So what made me want to join Miss New Jersey USA? So growing up, doing a beauty pageant was probably on the bottom of the list of things for me to do. I grew up in a culture where colorism unfortunately is quite prevalent, and as a result of that, I never really felt beautiful, as awful as that is to say. I always thought that I was too dark-skinned to be beautiful, and I heard comments about that. I did grow up a little bit overweight when I was younger. I had like that baby fat and I was a little chubby, so I didn't really feel comfortable in my skin. I didn't feel beautiful in my skin. And then, not to mention, I went through a very intense puberty where there's just a lot going on. I just never thought that I would do something like a beauty pageant. However, I did really love watching shows like America's Next Top Model. I would just look at these models, see how beautiful they were, how confident they were, how they would just own any runway or any photo shoot, and part of me really aspired to be like that. Fast forward, in 2014, a very revolutionary thing happened and an Indian woman became Miss America. Nina Devaluri had become Miss America. It was so remarkable, it was so revolutionary, it was just so game-changing. And I feel like when I saw that a South Asian, an Indian woman had won a prestigious beauty pageant like Miss America, I just thought to myself, wait, maybe there is something here. Maybe this is not a world that is exclusive to a certain group of people. Maybe this is something that I can do as well. And it was like the thing that got the ball rolling. Seeing an Indian girl, seeing that representation in the beauty pageant world that inspired me to compete. When I became a senior in high school, I was flipping through my high school newsletter and I saw this opportunity for Miss New Jersey Teen USA. That's when it was affirmed again and I took the leap to actually compete. I had at this point a little bit of modeling experience and I thought, okay, I really like modeling. This is a beauty pageant. It's in my high school newsletter, so it's probably not shady. Let me just give this a shot and see what happens. So I decided to compete, and since I was 17 at the time, I competed in Miss New Jersey Teen USA. I had zero experience, zero understanding of what a pageant was. I did like the bare minimum. I got my evening gown, I got a swimsuit, I picked up an interview outfit, and I just showed up pageant weekend. To my surprise, I got fourth runner-up, and I was over the moon. I couldn't believe that that had happened, and I think that's when I caught the bug, and part of me just thought, okay, if I can get fourth runner-up, basically doing the bare minimum and just kind of showing up, maybe there's something here. And perhaps there's a chance for me to win this one day. So then I came back the following year and competed in Miss New Jersey USA this time because I had turned 18, aged out of the teen competition, and I did not place. I went from fourth runner-up to nothing. Zero, zilch, nada. I was very determined to come back and to make sure that I won the crown. So how did then I go from not placing to winning? We're gonna be here all day if I go through that journey, but you can check out the other videos that will be coming up in this series where I dive into a little bit of my preparation and what exactly it was that took me from nothing to winner and then ultimately first runner-up at Miss USA. Just to clarify, there are a lot of different pageant systems. You have Miss America. It's not the same as Miss USA. It's kind of like Coke and Pepsi. You know, you have two different companies that are both selling soda, but they're different companies. Miss America, for example, is more of a scholarship program, and it's limited to the US. You have Miss New Jersey, Miss Delaware, Miss Texas, Miss Florida, all these different states that go to Miss America to represent their different states at Miss America, and then that is one pageant system. Then you have Miss USA, which is another pageant system. So you have Miss Universe, Miss USA, and then you have Miss New Jersey USA, Miss Texas USA, Miss Florida USA. So those are the state representatives that go to compete at Miss USA. Then the winner of Miss USA goes on to compete at Miss Universe, which is a global pageant where you have women from all over the world compete for the title of Miss Universe. The one key difference, for example, between Miss America and Miss USA is that Miss America has a talent portion. So a lot of the girls will have singing, dancing, all those different things. Miss USA does not have a talent portion as of when I'm making this video, but it has started to focus more on speaking recently. So that is just one way that these pageant systems can be different. And I know Miss World, if you want to compete in that, you have to send in a personal statement. So different companies, different rules, different competitions. How do you actually apply? So to apply for Miss New Jersey USA, for example, if you want to do the Universe USA system, you go onto the website for your state. So Miss New Jersey USA would go on to missnewjerseyyusa.com. Once you have that callback, you submit your entry fee and you fill out all these different things that are important for the pageant itself. So that would include an interview form, production form, and then your headshot as well. In the Miss USA system, your competition is broken down into 3 parts: interview, swimsuit, and evening gown. So when you are competing, you have to bring those things with you to pageant weekend. But honestly, that is just touching the tip of the iceberg of all that actually goes into preparing for a pageant. When it comes to actually preparing for a pageant, I would say there are 2 components. There is the physical preparation, which is what you would do to prepare for the swimsuit, to prepare for the evening gown, to prepare for the interview. And then there's a big chunk that is the internal mental preparation. It's the work that you're doing within in order to actually glow from the outside. It sounds very manifestation, self-help girly, which I love, but it's true. When you do the inner work that is required of you, you do glow in a different way. And what you say, the way you carry yourself, you can tell from a judging perspective. Now, at this point, I have not only competed in the system, I've also judged in the system. And I can tell you, as a judge, there's just a girl that does her inner work just shines differently. Even though it's a beauty pageant, it's not about physical beauty. And here's what I mean by that. There's all these things that are beautiful that are not physical beauty. Charisma, confidence, intelligence, eloquence. These are things that when a contestant has these qualities, they just shine so differently. So I'm gonna make a video explaining further what exactly this inner prep looks like that makes the winner just glow differently. Now, how did I actually win? When it comes to my personal journey, there's a whole bunch that went into the journey of me going from not placing to winning the following year. And I'm going to be talking about all those things in the videos that are to follow. So if you want to catch those videos, be sure to turn on the notifications so you know when I upload, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!